Hello guys, welcome back on my YouTube channel. I'm back again with another video, and I realized it felt like it's been a long time that I actually made a video that you actually see my face. So today I'm back again with another video about mind games that trolls play, or narcissistic people play, or narcissists play. So we all know that as you are a person, whether you whatever person that you actually are, you're gonna come across people who play mind game. You're gonna come across people who just wanna do you dirty, playing mind game. They want you to have no sense of direction. They don't want you to throw you off. They want to talk you out of it. They want you not to have anything. You don't want you to be the person who actually is able to guide themselves. They hate the fact that you receive guidance within yourself. They hate the fact that you are self sufficient. They hate the fact that you view things within yourself. You not influenced by their own their you are not influenced by their opinion. You are someone that is very firm with their principles, values, boundaries. They hate that. And even if you feel like, oh, I don't know how to set boundaries, I was there too. But my principle, my values was one of the things that I was so proud of, because it was something that nobody can shake it. Even if I did allow someone in my life, I used to regret it when it's something that I've done without checking on my principles and values. Because sometimes you want to give people when you still finding yourself in a most difficult place where your self-esteem is low, so you tend to over compensate, you tend to overdo things, you tend to overgive, you tend to do all of that shit, which is extremely unnecessary. But as you grow within yourself, as you grow and find wisdom within yourself, as much as you've been doing, because as much as I've made a lot of mistakes, which in I'm still gonna make a lot, because I'm human. But the mistake that I made was, some of them were like, they were not unnecessary, because of I allow certain influence to influence me. So okay, so I made as I said, this video is about mind games from troll. This download I actually got when I was actually going through some things, and out of the blue, I was, when people do you dirty, and then you be like, why do you do that? Like, you are in this place where you're in denial, you're in this place, you can't believe they did that. You realize you undermine how weak they can go, undermine how low they can go. And then this download came about, whereby I'm like, okay, the thing is, with mind game, they play mind game, right? You are elevating, you are going within yourself, you want to change. And as you want to change, because at the end of the day, the mind games are actually happening for you. The fact that you're playing mind games, they are put in your life to make you grow. You are growing with those mind games, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how long people actually been playing mind games with you, and that is okay. So what happened is, they're playing mind games, they're not growing. There's something that one of the okay, Empress Lillian, which is actually a tarot reader, a motivational speaker, like, she's everything which evolve around spirituality. So she said something like, have like the word that most we actually describe people who actually narcissist as, she described them as a temple slave, which is true, because they are a slave of negativity. They constantly come at you with negativity. They don't have anything positive. And it took me back to someone that I actually know. She constantly um have to say something that is actually negative all the time. Like, whenever I'm looking good, oh, there's something lacking with this. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Like, everything with them is just negative. Or maybe they have to bring up negative energy, like negative information. Maybe someone died blah 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 blah, blah. They constantly want you to be in fear, because that's what they are. They are in fear. That's why they're not pursuing their dreams. That's why they're not doing anything that is elevating them. It's because they are constantly doing what? Negativity. The thing is, what I've noticed, I've noticed, not something that I mentioned in one of the video where I'm talking about narcissist love. I mentioned that narcissist love, they tend to want you to have a relationship that is consist of a boss and slave. The reason why narcissists want to you okay, narcissist love, they consist of that. They want you to be a slave for them. They want to slave for them. They want you slave for love. They want to slave for compliment. They want to slave for anything that they that you give freely, because you give love freely, you forgive freely, you do things freely. But for them, you have to slave for it. The reason why they do that, they know that they are fucking slave. They know that they are slave. They try narcissists mirror you. They tend to mirror you. There's a video that I came across online whereby a girl mentioned that narcissists mirror the good side of you, which is true. Narcissists tend to mirror the good side of you, and uh, they they mirror the good side of you. When you are someone who actually, for example, I'm introverted, they wanna act like they value a small company. They wanna act like they're reading, which is not true. They wanna do something like anything. If you are a church goer, they wanna be a church goer too. They pretend to be church goer in order to attract your attention. They pretend to be kind. I even said this. Most nurses that I came across, I even complimented them, only to find out I was falling in love with the qualities that I actually have. They were mirroring those qualities in order for me to notice them. As much as I've noticed them, I knew the gut feeling that I have. I knew that these people are not genuine. There was something off about it. But because they were mirroring something that I do, but at that time, my self esteem was low. So I was struggling with to believe, to see the good things about myself. So they had to mirror that. They have to pretend that I'm actually there. So this person came recently, and I won't say recently, but this year, Ellie, I came across this person. Like, this person is actually family, and she was describing me. He was describing me. He was telling me who I am. Like, he was still telling me that like the need to tell me who you are. Mind you, I grow up with you. I know who you are. The fact that you have to come at me to describe who you are, it was like, okay, this guy is playing mind games with me. Like, okay, I'm just gonna act like I don't, like, I always act stupid most of the time. It helps. Like, it helps sometimes. I'm like, oh, okay, okay. Yeah, like, it just helped. So this person, what was doing, what he was telling me about him, like, dude, I know you, I know you're a groupie, I know who you are, I know you are this and that. So he was acting like he's dead, and was like, this guy is describing me. But you know what, he never compliment me with anything. He never compliment whatever that I do. Instead, he'd be like, oh, cold. Like, he always give me cold attitude, which is like, okay. But he was doing what? He was doing exactly the things that I do. He was doing that. He wanted me to compliment him with something that I do naturally. He wanted me to compliment him, like, because he was mirroring who I am. But I know who I know who he was. So I don't understand why he had to go to that extent to try to act like he's me. But at the same time, I was like, okay. And until I came across this video about this girl telling that the thing is, with narcissists, they mirror the good side that you have, that is natural to you. But because you don't see that, you're struggling with self-esteem, they tend to use that in order to get to you. They want you to trust them. They want you to compliment them with things that they will never compliment you with. They want you to put them, they know that you are the leader. They know that you are the shit, but they will never tell you that, damn, you are the shit, because they tend to believe that they have to be put on pedestal. Everything is about them. They have to be everything. Like narcissists don't give a fuck about other people, they only care about themselves. So that person was giving me that energy. I know him, like he's a, like I distanced myself from him. Like I was like, you know what, this dude, I just know. It was earlier this year, and it was like, what the fuck? Like, it was acting all me. Like, what? And I was like, okay, fine. I'm just not gonna act on it because they want a reaction out of you most of the time. They want you to react. So I didn't react. I was like, okay. I was like, oh, it's just my attitude was just you couldn't read me. And I was like, so yeah, they do that. They do that. They wanna mirror the good side of you. You find them compliment, like that's why they try by all means to see you. They trying by all means to make your self-esteem go lower. They try by all means to make you feel like shit. They want by all means to make you feel a certain way. They want you to not see yourself the way they see you. They trying by all means to make sure that you don't see the good in you. They trying by all means to not wake up. They want you not to wake up. They want you not to wake up. They are playing mind game. They forgot that you've been playing. Like the first time that I actually experienced mind game, it was at home. Meaning I have the fucking experience of people who are playing mind game, and my gut feeling is more stronger than before, because now I listen to it. Now I'm healing. The more I heal, the more I'm allowing myself to be available for certain gifts that I was not even aware of. The more you heal yourself, the more you are aware, the more you are being put in a place where you are being tested. When you're being tested, you are being tested to see, will you recognize the gift that you have, that is this and that. As much as I used to dream a lot, but I've never taken that gift as something that I can use in the long run. Instead, I used to ignore it. Because sometimes you see like a dream to be like, it's just a dream. Like I've never, to the point that I knew about deja vu kind of vibe, but I knew that I most of the things that are happening, like I'm gonna see them, like the things that I dream, it's something that will manifest in real life. I knew about that, and I was like, okay, I knew about that, but I've never like take hint that my dreams can reveal who's attacked me, like because I was in my place where I'm just ignorant. I was ignorant. I was not ready for this information. I was not ready for my development of my spiritual growth. So they're playing mind games. They're not aware that they're pushing you to elevate. They're not aware they're pushing you to grow. The mind games that they're playing, I know it's something that you end up like, I was like, what the fuck? Like sometimes I'm triggered to the point that I will just going about with my life, doing everything. And then the next thing, probably I'm reading some a certain book, and then for example, I was reading, okay, like early this year I was actually reading the book Mark Manson, the subtitle Act of Not Giving a Fuck. So he was a player. He mentioned that he was a player. He was every way loving you, every woman, obviously half as love. So he was mentioning it, and I was triggered. I was like, because I've experienced that. I've experienced being played. So I like my ex was like that. I was like, fuck. I was triggered like that. I was like, it's not the first time that I actually reacted like that. Sometimes you watching something and this play, and you're like, because you're being triggered to heal. You are being triggered to not be bothered by certain things that are actually used to bother you. There's a reason why things happen the way they happen. Everything have a reason. The mind games have reason. It's up to you that you're willing to be play mind games as them or change, because you are offered different path. It's up to which path you're gonna choose. So the thing is with the trolls, the slaves, they tend to give up so easily. They hate the fact that you are not the type of person who give up easily, because they gave up early in their life. They never even wanted to have what they have. It's just that they were constantly in competition with you. Another download that I actually got. Oh God, what was it? Okay, the thing is with slaves, which AKA narcissists, they know who you are, right? They know who you are. They know that whatever that you are doing, it's something that is the truth. but because they don't want you to figure out that they're actually lying, they don't want you to, that's why they constantly, whenever you are confronting them with the truth, they flip it. They flip it. Even if you have evidence, they're gonna flip it or act like, oh, they want you to give in. You want you to give in so that you'll be like, oh, maybe I'm sorry, maybe I'm crazy. They want you to do that. And as you grow and you have knowledge about nurses, it doesn't mean just because you have knowledge about nurses now you have to hang around with them. You don't have to hang around with people who view other people as slave. So the thing is, they know they're slave, right? So they have to project that. The thing is with projectors, as much as I did project like in the past, maybe I'm still gonna project, I don't know, because we are learning. So the thing is with these trolls, with this sociopath, they are projecting something that they are. For example, I wrote a comment, okay, my finance is not yet there, and my finance is funny, and I'm like, I know that my finance is funny, but am working on that. So the thing is, I know that. So just because someone is gonna talk about you being broke whatsoever, whatever the way they use to make you feel bad, or maybe whatsoever, or maybe they're just talking to motivationally, they're trying to make you see what's up, make you see what's up. Yeah, you are being bothered by that, like you find yourself being bothered by that. And I made a comment which I was actually talking about money, and this guy, he was like, you only date guys who have money whatsoever, and it was like, dude, I'm broke as you. But I'm just like, this dude is actually projecting. I'm not gonna be bothered by what he's gonna say. He's like, you dating, look, you just a gold digger. You just say when you're a prostitute and whatsoever. Mind you, I'm like, one, I've never like dated someone who's actually financial stable, because I feel like it's wrong to us to do things that are actually are not aligned. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna reject someone who's coming at me because he's financial stable. It's just that in the past I was safe to date people who are in the same age as me. So people who are in the same age as me, most of the time they're not their finance where they want them to be. So I was a student, so I dated people who are student as me. So you know, we happen to have almost the same background. So that was my comfort zone. And this guy is projecting all that. I'm like, okay. And I was like, I'm not gonna reply because I know he's projecting, so I'm just gonna let it be. So it's like that with nurses. Nurses, they know that they're slaves. That's why they want you to be slave. It's because they know they are fucking slaves. They know that whatever that come up in their mouth is bullshit. That's why whenever you're confronting a narcissist, or maybe you're dating a narcissist, there's narcissists that I actually dated in the past. Every time he used to say, "Oh, you're cheating. You're cheating me with other guys. We are doing this with other guys." Like I was like, why? Why he would say something like that? They want you to believe that you are doing something that you are not doing because they're doing it. He used to just make me feel so sad, like all the time. That's why whenever you're around narcissists, you're not yourself. You are not your authentic self. They don't want you to be it because you're shining, because they hate the fact that you are yourself. They hate the fact that you are just brilliant. They hate the fact that you are just fabulous. They just hate that you have a beautiful vibe. So they try but almost to push you to be a slave because they know within themselves that they are fucking slaves. They are projecting that. That's why they will accuse you of cheating, they accuse you of lying, they will accuse you of being manipulative, they will accuse you of being selfish, they accuse you of being all that because that's who they are. They are projecting that in their head. They know that you're a good person, but they will act like there's no such a person who's a good person. All people cheat, all people are this, all people are that, all people are this. Everything with them is like that. People are just nasty. You're not supposed to trust people. They always project that. They always have to do that because they're doing that. Nurses don't allow anyone close to them. I used to when I was growing up, I wanted to be close. I wanted so badly to be close to my siblings. So badly, like so badly. Like it was pathetic in a way, in a sense. I was just a pathetic person. It to the point that I was just a puppy who wanted so badly to be loved. I wanted so badly to be close to them. And then it finally dawned on me. I was like, wait, I've never sabotaged any relationship with these people. All my life, I was actually trying to be close to them. I withdraw. When I withdraw, that was when I received wisdom, a lot of wisdom about them, about everything. Like, why would I try so hard? It's not like I did something wrong with these people. I've never done them wrong. I've never. It's just that they were playing mind game. They wanted me to treat them as a rare thing. Nurses are not rare because you can go outside, you can find another job. You can go outside, you find they're just copies. They're just bunch of copies. There's nothing extraordinary about them because they are constantly full of shit. They're constantly projecting shit that they are. They constantly they give up as they don't have any strength. They don't have any perseverance. They don't have anything that is you admire them for. They don't have anything. Even if you do admire them, it's just that you admire something that they copy on someone. They're fucking copycat. There's nothing extraordinary about copycat because you are not yourself. You are destroying someone in order to be fake with being the same as them. That's why slaves or sociopath, whenever you cut them off, they get offended. It's not because they get offended because you cut them off. It's because they don't have a source anymore that they can copy at. They have to find another supplier that they can copy at. It's not always about money whatsoever, because some social partners they have money. They do have money. They do have money more than you. And as much as they do have money, it's not always the time that they want your money. They want you to beg. Sometimes they use their money to beg, want you to beg. They want you to control you with it. So it's not always like that. It's not always them want you to control you with money. So that's another thing. So I got this download where I was like, and another thing, the reason why they troll you, they play mind games, it's because they know philosophically, because we are philosophically beings. We have our own philosophy within ourselves, within our own heart. So they hate the fact that your philosophy is true and their philosophy is not true. My older siblings, which is my sister, she like okay, I always knew that there was something different about me, but I've never like realized what is it that is actually different about me. So I was that type of person who just do things right. I was just someone who do things right, not because I see myself as someone who's better than anyone. It was not because of that. I just do things right. It was my philosophy. It was me. Will I be okay treating someone like that? Will I be okay doing this to someone? Will I be okay with that? Because I question myself before anything. Like I don't do things that I know that I will end up regretting, where I will end up um bothered by it. Even if I have to discipline someone, I just don't. Most of the time I just ask myself, is it worth it? Is it worth it to confront this person? Is it worth it to do this and that? Because sometimes it's just not worth it. That's why you have to choose your own battle. So this old sibling of mine, I mind you, she never been a part of my life. She was there. We were like, oh hi hi hi, whenever we are at home, like hi hi, that kind of conversation. Like oh do you have this? Or oh, did you see this? It was that kind of superficial conversation that we don't even like. You won't see us in the same room for 2 hours. It was like it never happened. Like it never, unless we are in a because I don't like family gathering, and most of the time they used to exclude me, so I was never bothered by that. Initially it bothered me, but eventually I was like, I've never even liked being around people. I never like being around them because I always feel sick when I'm around it. I always get tired, headache whatsoever. So I was like so okay. So this sibling of mine, like I told them all that I don't want to do this, I want to do that. and my spiritual gift, I want to use my spiritual gift. She knew back then, they knew that I have a spiritual gift, but they acted like I don't, because they didn't want me to have it. They didn't want me to use it. The thing with people who have spiritual gift, even if you're not yet aware, you're gonna eventually embark into, if you are a true spiritualist, if you are a true someone who have a spiritual gift, eventually you will get it together. You will want something better for yourself. You will use your spiritual gift. So they bothered by my spiritual gift. They were bothered that they know, I know now that I have a spiritual gift. She came and said spiritual gift is evil. People are doing that are evil and whatsoever. Mind you, this bitch is doing witchcraft to get the men to stay. She's doing whatsoever to make this bitch the guy that is interested to be married to him. Like, she did all the shit, but she's coming at me and act like she's a holy Christian. Where exactly? I've never been considered myself as a Christian. Like, I was just the opposite of my family. Like, Christianity, it's a fine thing, but it's never like, I was never called to do it. My ancestors never, like, they reject me to do anything that is actually religious, unless I treat religion to treat people right, to treat myself right. I love, like, because it's all about love to me. So that was a religion that I created on my own, instead of going with Christianity. Like, I was never, like, since I was a kid, when I was 9, it just never seemed right to be around church. It never seemed right to read Bible. And whenever I'm trying to read Bible, my soul rejected. How do I know that my soul rejected? So when I was actually um trying to have a verse that I actually know that makes sense to me, and most of them I was not able to interpret. I'm not able uh interpret, to understand what the word, whatever that the verse says. I don't have that. Like, I'll read it, but I won't be able to interpret it in a way that I can actually understand. It's just never like, whenever I was trying to do it, even when at school, when we were told that we have to do our Father who art, like, I still don't know our Father, and I don't give a fuck about it, because my soul rejected it. It's not just that. Even the music that I actually love, I don't know any single lyrics. When I know a lyrics, I have to go through it in order to put it, even the verse or whatsoever in the music. I just don't. There was a time that I wanted to know a certain, like, growing up, I was so obsessed with Beyonce. Now I'm just feel like I can puke whenever I came across that woman. She's so dark. Like, her energy is so dark. So, like, I'm not the type of person who are meant to be a copycat. Even sometimes I'm trying to cope, like a verse or whatsoever. I'm just not destined to do that. Even Christianity, people who have Bible, I've never owned Bible. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't feel like there's something lacking for not having it. Like that. So she was coming at me like, oh, you're evil. You are this and that. You are, your spiritual gift is evil. And you know what? I've never responded. I was just like, one, why she's bothered. Two, she's reaching out whatsoever. The reason why she was bothered is the fact that I see them. They knew that my spiritual gifty, I will see them, what they're up to, because people hate when you see them. They hate the fact that you are able to see them. When you have intuitive ability, when you're observant person, when you have someone who your ancestors or God communicate you through dreams, they hate that. They hate that you are not easily manipulated. So there was another mind game that she was playing. She was playing mind game for me to let go of my spirituality side in order me for being stupid. They never care about my ass when I try by all means to reach out. They never care about my ass when I was actually trying by all means to be close to them. Mind you, I've never fucked any relationship. I've never burned any bridges. They all did. I've never, like, I'm not the type of person who, like, I burn bridges, because I've never burned any fucking bridges. Any fucking bridges. So whenever someone burn bridges, okay, they burn bridges, okay, fine. Obviously, I'm gonna be sad because I wanted you in my life, but the fact that you burn it, it's not me who have to ever extend to give out my own bridge in order for you to walk. Every time you have to do that. I don't do that. You burn bridge, okay, fine. So leave me alone. So that another thing. People who play mind games, they just gonna play my game with the personality, gonna play games with whatsoever. The thing is with them, they're not aware that they are training you. They're not aware that they are putting you in school. We are in school. Eventually, obvious, you're gonna be sad because sometimes their trolls are not unnecessary. So you just have to bye, bye, bye. So they are putting you in school. You are in school. You are elevating. They are not elevating. If you sit down your ass and look at back at the people that you encounter who were trolls, especially if they were people that you met not just online, it's people that you were friends with, whether it's your family, whether it's your boyfriend, whatsoever. They are stuck. Okay, they might be have a job now, but they are stuck. There's nothing they have. Probably she's still, or he or she's still obsessed with clothes. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with wearing your clothes, right? There's nothing wrong with finding yourself wearing loving clothes or whatsoever. But that's the only investment that they do. Their investment is clothes. Their investment is them to look better around other people. Their investment is keeping reputation. They don't care about anything. They don't have anything stable within themselves. They don't have anything that is actually. They waste money like motherfuckers. There's nothing they do with whatever they have. They are even bothered by you going to a certain store and able to buy clothes that fit you, that you know that it's a clothes that you want, whether you're into brand clothes, whether you're whatsoever clothes. They are bothered by the fact that you are able to use money wisely. Like, I had people who bother shit out of me. I'm that type of a person that I can manage money like a motherfucker. The only thing that I have to work on is to be able to extend my money to be more, to be able to save money. Like, it's something that I'm working on. But when I have little money, I make sure that little money I use it wisely. I like initially I was like, why people are bothered by this? I realized it's a fucking skill. Like, you will have let me see. Let's say for example you're earning $500, which in South Africa it's around 8,000. In that 8,000 you are able to pay bills. In that 500,000, $500, you are able to pay bills. You are not in debt. You are able to put clothes on. You are able to afford transport. You are able to have food, put food in the table. You are able to do everything with that money, and we have a little money to have emergency. But you're earning what? Maybe $400, maybe $500. They're earning what? Probably are earning $2,000. But they're bothered by the fact that you are able to use your $500 wisely instead of them losing money in the most weakest way. They are bothered by that. I was never understand. I will have small money. I'm not even earning the way they're earning, but they're bothered by that. I was like, until I was like, fuck, it's a fucking skill. But the thing is with people who are playing mind game whereby they're not complimenting you, instead they are trolling the good thing that you actually have. They are telling you that, bitch, this is something that you need to be proud of, because it's something that they don't have. They don't have that fucking skill. They're lacking it. So what they do, they're trying by all means to make you feel bad about it, because that's what is it. Whatever that bullies or trolls try to make you to notice, it's something that you are good at. If you ever notice, most of the time they used to bully me because I'm sensitive. They used to bully me because I have red hair, because they don't have red hair. They used to bully me that I actually have, okay, obvious now I'm blonde because I've dyed blonde, but my hair they're actually red. I used to be bullied for having red hair. I used to be bullied for having a big forehead. I like, it's something they wish they have. I used to be bullied because of what? My body, like I'm always been a thick person. Like, I've never, like, I went small, but like As I'm growing, like since 13 years old, like I've realized my body is not actually small, because at the time there were reason why I was skinny. So like most, I was just a thick girl. They wanted that. And most of the time with people who used to criticize my thickness, it was people who wanted to be thick. It was, for me, it was not just women who have problem with my body, it was men too. And when I'm looking, those men were skinny as fuck. There's nothing wrong with being skinny if you're born skinny, but you have to project that shit on other people. Then you're a dumb bitch. Like, you are fucking dumb. Why would you bother trying to make other people feel bad about what they're good at? Why would you trying but almost to make other people feel bad about something that you want? Why do that? Why don't you compliment it? In like, there's another thing that I've realized. Whenever you're complimenting other people genuinely with a clean heart, with something that you're good at, you realize it's something that you're also good at. The fact that you're bothered, this means you're not ready to have what they have. When you busy being a bitch on other someone just because someone have this, and then you're being bothered by that bitch, just know it's just gonna take time for you to learn that skills. The fact that you're not admiring other people, how they manage your money, or whatever money, small money they have. The thing is with these people, they don't budget. I budget money like a motherfucker. I would use money wisely, even small, how small it is. So I knew that whenever I have to, for example, like I knew that I have to use bus because my mind is small. I have to, when it comes to transport, I have to use taxi. I have to sometimes. I knew that I can walk 5 kilometers. I knew that I can walk 2 kilometers, unless that I have what I don't have time. Maybe it's emergency, maybe whatsoever. But I'm that person who don't mind walking. I don't mind walking. Like, I don't mind. Like, I think that's why how I'm actually manage my weight, because I don't believe in training. I don't believe in gym whatsoever. I tried, and I knew that my soul don't like the shit. So what I do, I hike, I walk, I do whatsoever. So I walk most of the time. I fucking walk, and I don't own a car yet. So it bother them. Like, I won't try a flight unless it's an emergency. I won't try a taxi because taxi is expensive. Bus is cheaper. When I used to manage my own time, like I knew this is time, this is what I need to do. This is actually my thing that I can afford. I will never go above what I actually afford. I'm not the type of person who gonna go for brand that I know that it will just distract me. It will take something in my money. Like, I'm not that kind of a person who believe in that. So they are fucking my mind. They wanna fuck my mind with something that I do because it bothers them. My philosophy, it works for me, but they know that philosophy does not work. They're in debt, but they're trying to make you feel like there's something wrong that you're doing. Why? Because they know that whatever they're doing is wrong. So when your truth bother them, as your truth bother them, it make them reveal who they are. They try by all means. When you stop talking to a necessity slave, they are bothered by the fact that you are the person who can do whatever and get it. They are bothered by the fact that they can't copy you. They are bothered by the fact that they're not be able to project that shit on you. They are bothered by the fact that they don't have anyone anymore that can fake the personality that we were faking, because eventually it's matter with trying by almost to make you feel bad. They were meeting other people acting like they are you. They're acting like you. They're acting like they're kind. They're acting like they're this, they're that. I'm talking about things that don't need money. Something that you just have to be it. They are talking like they are people. They're sharing the wisdom that you share on them, acting like it's their wisdom. Why they do that? Why they fucking do that? You know. So I'm talking about all of that. They are pretending to be you, someone else, somewhere else. The fact that now you're disconnected with them, you don't want anything to do with them. The fact that you cut them off, they know that that's why they try to ruin your reputation when you're done with them. They try a smear campaign whenever you're fucking done with them. Is why? Because they know they don't want people to see you. People who don't know you, they don't want them to see you. They know that you are the good person. They know that you are this and that person. because they don't want other people to find out who you are. They don't want to be called out for their fakeness. For example, people are being called out lately when they're having a personality that is not their own. People are called out like Beyonce is a fucking. I'm just gonna shut up for now. But that bitch is whatever. So what I'm trying to say is they are being called out because they are projecting things that they see in other people, which is not authentic to them, which is not their truth, which is not something that has to do with them. They're doing that because of what? They're fake ass copycat. They are fucking copycat. That's why they're bothered by the fact to cut them off. They're bothered by the fact that they won't try to make play mind games so that you can slow. They are bothered by the fact that they don't have anyone to project their slavery energy. You're not a slave. They are fucking slave, but they have to do that on you because it makes them feel better. They are playing mind games, but they are training you. They are putting you in school. You are being trained to be better. If you look at them, they are stuck. They are stuck. They have nothing. They have nothing on their own. If they have it, they're destroying it. The thing is, what I've noticed with people who are doing witchcraft, they don't improve. They can have the house that they have, but the house will go down. It's either they go down or they will lose it or they sell it because they don't have any philosophy within themselves. They will, like, even if they know that the witchcraft is expensive because the spell work is expensive, they were still gonna do it and do it and do it until they go broke because they're stupid. I hate using the word stupid because sometimes I'm stupid myself, you know. But the reason why I'm using the word stupid is because they're stupid. I know that, for example, for me, when I know that I've done something that, let me just see what I've. For example, like I didn't listen to my gut feeling when it's come to this thing. Next time, obviously, the universe is gonna test the shit out of me. Bring that the same thing but in a different with a twist. I will learn my lesson. Next time you won't blame me. Next time you give me this energy, I'm just gonna move. Because last time I give other people give me the same energy as the benefit of the doubt. And where did it put me? I know these people are not genuine, you know. So I'm just gonna be like, okay, this person is giving me this energy. I'm just gonna subtract myself in them. I'm just gonna move out fucking far away from them. For them, they don't learn that. They don't have that capacity. Because why? They're playing mind games. Everything with them is mind game. That's why even if you giving them genuine love, what do? They put that shit on you. They rub it on your face. Because they don't have any philosophy. They don't have any soul. They don't know when things is genuine and when it's not genuine. Because they're so used to playing mind game. Even if you're coming at them, that's why most of the time lovers, they know that you're a good person because they don't know how to value the thing that is actually good. They feel like it's a trap. I'm being trapped. Who's trapping you? What am I gonna get from trapping you? And then what? Whenever you're moving away, now it finally dawn on them. Whether it's took them 5 years to finally dawn on them, or maybe a year, or maybe a few months, it finally dawn on them that you were good. That's why they will never forget your ass. They will never, because you gave them energy that they never initially didn't know how to handle your energy. So what? They don't know that now they're stuck with the friends who are actually exactly as them. That's their karma. Recently, let me just drink water. Recently, in my dreams, I saw myself serving food for people that I no longer talk to. Initially, I was like, what? Who does that? You know, why would I serve food? And when I'm looking back, and it was not just one person that I actually gave food to. It was like I was serving them food. Why would I be serving food people that I don't talk to anymore? Why would I be doing that? If only done with, oh, it's karma. They are receiving karma now. And when I'm looking back at the dream, I was not even talking. I was just serving food. They were talking whatsoever. I was just bring me food, food, food. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would I be serving for people that I don't talk to? They were talking whatsoever. They were trying to react a reaction out of me. No, I was just that waitress. And I was trying to find out the movie whereby someone just do exactly. Do you know Transporter? Whereby he was a driver. That's the only thing that it did until one day actually opened the parcel. I was like, he was dead straight. He knew that I have take the parcel and put the parcel blah, blah blah. I have to do that because I'm the transporter. It was like that. I was just there to serve food. I was quiet. I was not doing any reaction. It was like I was a robot. And it was like it bothered me. Why would I serve people food? And it was like, what? The thing is, I'm that type of a person who don't like to see other people in pain. Even if you did me wrong, I'm not the type of person who actually like doing that. I don't like people to see them in pain. I don't like to see that. I remember like I've prayed like, don't allow me to see other people who are in pain, even if they hurt me. I don't want to see that. But the thing is with our ancestors of God, they want us to see them. Whether you pray that you don't want to see them, of course, sometimes they will prevent. Because there was a time that I felt so bad, like I felt so fucking bad, like bad. Whenever there was like, for example, if someone did me wrong, my ancestor would work on them just instantly to the point that I would see them like, what? And more, it bothered me because sometimes I want to help them, so I was finding it hard to see them in that face, in that manner. It just bothered me. I didn't like, so I prayed not to see them. But my ancestors will make me sit in a certain place, probably in town, probably, or going through something. Maybe I'm waiting for a taxi or bus, and then a person will be like, how, I know you really talking and talking, and then end up like, do you know who and who is what? I'm like, what? Like, I always get that, how I usually know that someone is going through something. That person that who did me down, they want me to know who did what. They want me to know who's who. They want me to know. Like I was that, like I. They want me to know, because I don't know why, but they have to. I have, because sometimes it would be someone that who doesn't even know that I know that person that they're talking about. I'll be just, I don't even bother trying to find out what is happening in their life, and then someone in out of the blue, maybe it's a supermarket, maybe it's where, because I'm not a social person. I don't socialize. I just avoid people. And then the next thing, someone like, do you know who's who and who what is happening what? Do you know there's someone divorced? Do you know someone? And then I'm like, okay, like that. How I knew that, how I knew other people's business. People that I serve food, they're being, they're receiving karma, and so far I've received who's what, who's doing what, what is happening in someone's, like I've never like going about trying to find out, because what I wanted peace. I just wanted to heal whatever they put me through, and that is okay. I know that my ex is broke as fuck. How did I know that? My ancestors showed me in a dream. He lost everything. It's fine. It's fine. But anyway, guys, I was talking about a mind game that troll plays. They don't draw. They don't. They don't have any philosophy. They don't have any soul within them. Because in their head, they have to play mind games. So, guys, thank you for liking, for sharing, for subscribing on my YouTube channel. Bye.